What you guys got another video? Discord now wants your ID. This is a global thing now. It started off in the UK and Australia, but now Discord wants everyone to be able to show a facial picture, some digital ID, which will be either a driving license with your photo on it and an address, so they know who you are, so they can verify that you're an adult and stop you from going onto the platform and posting inappropriate stuff in the wrong areas. Now, Discord has always allowed adult content on their platform as long as it's behind a 18+ room and it's locked and private so people can't see it that are underage. This was a big mistake on Discord's part, and I've made many reports to Discord about people posting inappropriate stuff into the general chat area where people can see it, and they've done nothing about it. So now Discord is launching a teen by default setting globally. That means everyone in the world will be affected by this new policy. What this means is, it means that everyone is going to be treated like a 13-year-old juvenile, and you will need to prove that you are an adult by giving photo ID, or giving your address, or giving some sort of ID to verify your age so they can then put you in a certain category. And this means then you've been age verified. So the digital ID for Discord is here, and it's coming in early March. Now, I can see a lot of people complaining online about what they're doing, and they're saying it's going to be the downfall of Discord, and they're not interested in children's safety. It's all about getting your identification. And that's what a lot of people are saying. And there's some big YouTube channels that are making these claims. These people obviously don't have children, and they don't have grandchildren. And they obviously don't even run a Discord server. Because if they did, they would obviously know that people come on and post explicit stuff into a general area where younger generations of people can see. So I've seen it myself on my Discord server, and I've had to deal with it. And some of it is really nasty stuff, and you don't want younger generations seeing it. So I do think it's a step in the right direction to protect the younger generation. Unfortunately, there is a bad side to this, which means it's how your private data is stored. And we already know that previously a third-party company was harvesting your data to prove your age, and it wasn't stored correctly, and it got into a hacker's hands, and they managed to get a lot of sensitive information. And this was over 70,000 accounts, apparently, of information. We'll talk about that a little bit more later on. So these are the new key privacy protections of Discord age assurance approach. Include on-device processing. This is video selfies for facial age estimation. Never leave your user's device, according to Discord. Quick deletion, identifying documents submitted to our vendor partners are deleted quickly in most cases, immediately after age confirmation. Straightforward verification. In most cases, again, in most cases, not every case, users complete this process only once, and their Discord experience adapts to their verified age group. Users may be asked to use multiple methods only when more information is needed to assess an age group. So if they can't determine what age you are, they might ask for more information like a driver's license, or other information like your address and your name and other stuff like that. It could even be like a driving license with your photo on it, or photo ID, just to prove who you are. They will ask for that information, and they will take copies of it. Now, they're saying it will be obviously removed, so they're not keeping this information, but this has been found out to be not true in the past when someone hacked their servers and found loads of information on 70,000 plus people. Now, they're also saying private status means the user's age verification status cannot be seen by other users. So when is all this going to happen? Well, this is going to be happening early March. Default safety settings will be put in place for existing and new users globally. That means everyone in the world who uses Discord is going to have to do this, whether they like it or not. And this is something that's going to be put in place to verify people's age that use their platform. So there is content filters. So Discord users will need to be age assured as adults in order to be unblur sensitive content or turn off the setting. You can't do it as a moderator or anything like that until you've been age verified. We also have age-gated spaces. Now, only users that have been age-verified as adults will be able to access age-restricted channels, servers, and app commands. Now, they've also changed message request inboxes. These are directed messages from people a user may not know, and these are routed to a separate inbox by default. And access to modify this setting is limited to age-assured adult users. You also have friend request alerts as well. People will receive a warning prompt for friend requests from users that they may not know. Also, stage restrictions. Only age-assured adults may speak on stage in servers. So this is something they're putting in place. Now, they've been rolling this out in the UK and Australia, but now it's being rolled out globally. And this will affect their platform in a big way. And because you're giving up your name and your address and your photo, this will make you more accountable for everything you post and say on a Discord platform. And I think this is going to be coming to YouTube as well, where you will be held more accountable for some of the things that you're saying or posting on that platform. And I think this is a good thing in some respects, but also a bad thing depending on where you live in the world. Because let's face it, we do know there's a lot of trolls on the internet. There's also a lot of nasty people that post nasty stuff on the internet, and this can be damaging to anyone. And I put a lot of time and effort into running a Discord server, and I think the people that are complaining about privacy concerns are probably people that are not even giving up their time to their fans or their community by creating Discord servers. They're just online complaining about privacy, and they're not there going through it to see what is actually happening on that platform. And let me tell you, it can be a bit of a cesspool, Discord. Now let's talk about the negative side of it. Well, the government ID photos of about 70,000 global users of Discord, a popular messaging and chat platform among video gamers, and many have been exposed after hackers compromised a company contracted to carry out age verification checks. Some users' names, emails, addresses, and other contact details like IP addresses and messages with Discord's customer service agents may also have been taken. Now, these attackers were trying to hold the company to ransom, saying they've got all this information. And of course, this is the problem when you're using a third-party company to deal with this sort of stuff. It's really sort of delicate. You've got people's photos, addresses, it could be passports, it could be driving licenses, and this stuff is really sensitive and it needs to be protected. And they assured people they were deleting this immediately. But obviously this stuff was not being deleted, and it was stored on some computer somewhere, because this is a major breach of privacy. So I can see the good and bad with all of this, and I've gone through and set my channel up in a really secure way. I've got bots protecting from nasty swear words, just in case people are saying that in the general area. In the voice chat, it's 18 plus. If people swear, I'm not so bothered about that so much because it's 18 plus. But you can go into great detail and trying to block a lot of stuff, but you're just never going to be able to manage it all when you get random people coming in and posting just stuff when you're offline. So you need lots of moderators to moderate the situation, and it puts a lot of stress and strain on the owner of the server. Now, you may be seeing so I can see both sides of the coin. I can see the side for protection of the younger generation, but I can also see the big major concerns with security breaches like this, especially if they're asking for such sensitive information and that gets out there in the wild. Who knows who can get their hands on it, especially when they're saying it was supposedly being deleted immediately when obviously clearly it wasn't. The negative side to this also means that they could be using profiles of people and monitoring exactly what you're posting, what you're saying, and what you're doing on that platform. And this is obviously a major concern for privacy. Now, my server was no more active than what it is now. When I had 34,000 people on my first server, it was no more active than what it is now with, say, 2,000 people on it. And it's because people join and they don't speak. They don't want to join the community. Why they join, I don't know. They don't go in voice. They don't post too much. And of course, now you're asking yourself, you're being responsible for what is being posted on that platform as the server owner. And this in itself is really risky for me and my brand. So what am I going to do? Well, I don't have a problem with submitting details to be able to use Discord. That's not a real issue. The real issue is being responsible server owner for many other people that are on that platform and they don't actually talk. That means I'm now having to monitor that server and have people for different time zones to be able to monitor what's being posted. And you can't be there 24/7. And I do have moderators trying to moderate as much as I can, but they're not getting paid and they are there to do whatever they can do with the time they have freely available. We have technical support on here. People join the server, get tech support and then leave, and they just don't want to be part of the community. And that's just the way it is. It's a lot of time and effort for very little reward. And with that comes the trolls and the spammers and also people posting inappropriate content, which you have to deal with. If you go to any other big YouTube channel, you'll probably see there'll be no voice chat channels and there will be heavily restricted in there and they will probably not be active in that server. And that's just the way it is for a lot of Discord because they don't want the responsibility. And running a server is a responsibility. And if Discord can offload that responsibility onto you, they probably will do. Anyway, we will be removing and deleting the server, and this will be the last Discord server that I will be running. I have made an announcement there letting people know that the server will be deleted. And again, like I said, I do want to say big thank you to everyone who joined the server on the first server and the second server. But this will be the last time that I create a Discord server. Will I be using Discord again? I don't know, but if I do, it will be a private server with just me and a few other people that I actually talk to on a regular basis. But my YouTube channel is not going anywhere. I'll be still making content every day. Anyway, with that said, my name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Big shout out to my YouTube members. I do appreciate the support and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.